Hey, so we thought maybe to start with, I'll introduce you to this man called William Pike. Some of you might already know who he is, but here's a little video from him, and this is what we are hoping to follow this year, as well as some other things integrated with what we're already doing. So anyway, this is William Pike.
Doing what I love in the great outdoors resulted in me losing my leg. I was asleep in a hut on Mount Ruapehu when it erupted and my legs got crushed. Today, my passion for the great outdoors remains as strong as ever, and that's why I've launched the William Pike Challenge Award. My mission is to create adventurous opportunities for children with challenging experiences to develop life skills, knowledge, and awareness of their community. The William Pike Challenge Award provides teachers and community groups with resources to facilitate youth development and education outside of the classroom. This year-long program for Year 7 to 9 students involves completing a number of outdoor activities, the development of a new sport or hobby, and 20 hours of community service.
One of the highlights of my year was being part of the William Pike Challenge Award. Participating in outdoor activities was awesome. I did tramping, rock climbing, kayaking, and overnight camping in the bush. We had to work as a team, and I made heaps of new friends. These challenges really pushed me, and I've become a lot more confident. My name is Kalani, and I am a William Pike Challenge Award recipient.
My favourite part of the William Pike Challenge Award was being able to choose and develop a new sport or hobby. It was a cool opportunity, so I chose to do both. The sport I chose was bike riding. I've always wanted to ride a bike, so it felt great to learn. The hobby I chose was knitting. Knitting is fun. I even knitted my Barbie and me drinks. My name is Selena, and I'm a William Pike Challenge Award recipient.
Completing 20 hours of community service as a part of the William Pike Challenge Award was very rewarding for me. I volunteered at my local park where we did planting. It made me more aware of what's happening in my local community and gave me the confidence to get involved. It felt good to make a difference, helping to preserve the environment and participating in my community. My name is Nathan, and I am a William Pike Challenge Award recipient.
Thousands of students have taken on the William Pike Challenge Award. This program opens up new experiences, creates opportunities, and is a means of developing a positive youth culture for our world. My name is William Pike, and I invite you to join me on this challenge.
Yeah, I thought you might be. No, that. Yeah. We talked to Mr. William this morning, didn't we? And it was really good. He was really informative, and the kids can talk to him themselves through Zoom and things like that. So it's there's a whole platform that you go in, and there's different resources, and there's a hub that they join as well. So it's not only getting the award at the end, they actually guide the kids right the way and the teacher through the program. Yeah. So he was really nice, Milo. I think you'd like him. He was a cool guy.
It's really similar to
I think
I like Jukafeed still going.
it's still
in
going.
New Zealand it's not called Jukafeed anymore.
It is.
No, it's called Edmund Challenge or something like that. Hillary Challenge.
Oh.
It's not called Jukafeed anymore. In New Zealand, yeah. It's the same, exactly the same thing. It's just got a different name. So.
And I think I looked at that, and I think it was for slightly older kids.
Yeah, it's like an earlier years one.
Yeah,
I think
so
that starts at 14.
Yeah, so this one is what we looked at. It said from year 6 to 10 or 9. Like it was. So anyway, it was looking good. All right, I'll show you what we've thought through, and we need your feedback basically. So this year, Tara and I'll be facilitating the program but all of the teachers across the school will have some time with our year 6 to 8s during the year, and we'll plan it out in a way that that can happen for them. So, because it's not always fun when you miss out on the kayaking as the school teacher, just saying. And it's not just that, it's also really nice for us all to connect with all the kids. And like Heidi's really looking forward to that. She's with mostly the little people, so it's really nice for her to have a bit of time with the older kids as well. So it's all about relationship, so that's part of it. So we'll be using the William Pike Challenge, like I said, to support our school values and the year 6 to 8 program, which we currently teach at Waitati. And here are some activities we have in mind. Now that's based on the pamphlet that went out last year as well. And it looks at the values, and we integrate the activities and try and show how that fits with our values. So we're going to mish the two up. So for the William Pike Challenge, they need to do 5-hour outdoor, I've got nervousness, 5 outdoor activities per year. So these are some of the ideas we've come up with so far. So it's Stewart Island, possibly some tramping. It could be for our first trip to Stewart Island, might be staying somewhere and then doing day tramps, or we could try for a tramp. Puketaraki Marae stay with a waka trip and a walk around Huriawa Peninsula. The Queenstown ski trip, which you know well. Bannockburn, kayaking and sailing. There's some water sports stuff that you can do there, and a really nice camp in Bannockburn. And you can walk around all the sluicing trails and things like that. Kurau we did last year, which was really cool. Walks, talks on fossils. Sorry if you can't see it. Land formations, Māori rock art, Oamaru cultural history, the museum. Quarantine Island, we can go there and do some planting. Rabbit Island. And now it's your turn. Have you got any other suggestion for outdoor activities that you would like to contribute? Yes, but we're thinking we might break it up.
Term 1, 2 and 3.
Yeah, we'll be doing it that way, but then the following year we might do a different camp. So that's what I also wanted to talk to you about, was like, so year 6, this year we might do Stewart Island, and then next year it might be the ski camp, and the following year it might be the Able Tasman kayaking. So that the kids get a really cool, it's like something to look forward to, and also it rotates around, so it's not the same thing each time. Maybe? Throwing it out there. Yeah.
So is each year doing a separate activity, or you mean every year will be something different?
Yeah.
Right, okay, Roger.
So it's like a 3-year cycle.
Yeah. So year 6 is definitely included.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, and the reason for that is that we are a little community and a little school, and the cohort often gets too small at year 7 and 8, and it's far better for them to form friendships across that whole range from year 6 to 8, and then they can decide if where they're going or whatever, but it's much nicer to have a bit of a group. Yeah. Anyway, any other ideas? Able Tasman?
Up until this point, we've, and since I've been here anyway, and a few years before that, it's just been ski camp. So this adds to it and gives us other opportunities.
Yeah.
So I just want to pack something else to talk about later, which is cost.
Yep. So that's on here as well. So that is something to consider.
But later. So there's this.
Sorry, I'm
You
trying
might
to.
be building this stuff in, but I just thought orienteering and row game, but you might be building it into those.
Oh, nice.
Those activities.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Thank you.
The only thing that the outdoor activities can't be motor. What were the rules? So we send the activity that we're thinking up to them, and they tick it off, but it can't include motors. It has to be. Oh no, water skiing. I think. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. It has to be human powered. They just really want the kids to get the feel of effort.
I don't know. ROGAINE.
ROGAINE.
Did you call that one at Be Interested?
Oh yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. We're supposed to be doing another one this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. So, but the idea is that they're actually quite challenged in whatever they do. But
all of these overnight activities. I'm just thinking in terms of fitting in. Potentially, if there's 5 a year, and
Yep. No. These are the big camps. and there's
Yeah.
probably 2 camps a
Two,
year.
right.
But we do day trips for other things, which comes later. That might be orienteering, that might be surfing,
Yeah.
that might be a kayaking day,
Right,
or
okay.
go out to the Taieri and get on one of those riverboat things,
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I guess what we're deciding this year is, do we do the ski camp, which we've got half booked in, or do we swap to do something else?
Right.
Plus one other this term, and we're all off to the marae term 2.
What do you reckon, Wayne? Should we do ski camp this year or a different type kind of camp?
I know somebody would be very disappointed if there is no ski.
Yeah, I know my one would be stoked too if there was a ski camp.
If there was.
Yeah.
What do you think Elena wouldn't want?
No, she'd be disappointed if
If
there
there
isn't
wasn't.
one.
Oh, that's good voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a,
Yeah.
it's,
She'd be keen for anything. But the thing is that if it's revolving, she's going to get to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I
think
guess
that's the
yeah.
the nice part of it, is that,
Although for those that didn't know, they were expecting ski camp this year.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
They know that next
Yeah.
year won't be one. It's
Yeah,
possibly
they
next
can-
year.
so we have one more camp as well, so, and possibly maybe a quarantine, I don't, overnight or something like that, maybe.
It would be term.
Camp plus Puki Te Raki.
It would be this term. Something this term.
One
Like
camp
a
is
daytime activity.
No, we'd love to do an overnight tramp or camp this term,
Yeah.
at the end of the term.
Yeah.
And then term 2 is Puki Te Raki, which is just one overnight.
It says term 2, but the dates also said the 2nd and 3rd or something of April, I thought, on the newsletter, which isn't that this term?
Yeah.
It's the week. I'm sure on the newsletter it said it was the week before Easter.
No, probably. No, it's not.
Right. Okay.
That would be
That would make more sense as to why
My-
you're
my,
trying to fit something this term.
No, my suggestion personally this term would be something like the Bannockburn camp. They haven't been there before. It's a really nice little camp. It's got a swimming pool. It's got lots of, yeah, it's the old school, and then there's nice activities, like quite, yeah, water sporty activities that they would enjoy in trips, and it's, yeah, kind of manageable. Throwing it out there.
Just a child thing, that not all children like going away to stay overnight, but still want to be able to participate. So if we can have a balance between those two things, that would be good.
Yeah, cool.
Or that they can reach it during the day.
Yeah.
Are you going to get to single day things
Yep.
later in the year?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I guess what we're trying to explain at the moment, I mean, we can plan out the single day trips and we can plan out the big camps, and we did want your feedback, and then we'll have to do what we can after all of that. But we're just trying to explain that these are the things that are expected from the William Pike Challenge. So, and it has to be an extended period of time in the outdoors doing something challenging for them to, they might not always like it, and might be something that's actually quite hard and challenging to do. Yeah. So that's some of these ideas are just about the camp, and that fits in quite a few hours of the outdoor activities, because I think it's like 20 all up per year, isn't it?
No, it's just
It's
5.
five.
It's 20 hours for the community service, and the
Oh.
other one. This one's just 5 outdoor activities.
Yeah, but they have to be for a certain period of time, don't they?
No, I don't think so.
I thought he said 2 hours. Anyway, doesn't.
Probably.
We can have a closer look at the
He
brochures.
probably does have a minimum.
What about for kids
Yeah.
that don't like outdoor activities?
Well, that's the whole
Yeah,
point.
the idea is that they challenge themselves in this age group to things that they've not necessarily tried before or necessarily gravitate towards. Yeah.
So on a ski camp for a
To
kid
build
that
confidence.
doesn't have the confidence or coordination to ski, what happens for those people? I'm just
No,
not everyone can.
That never happens, because they have a beginner class and everyone gets
Yeah.
up and has a go.
And
Well,
then-
not in my experience. Is
So they
yours?
they always come back with like they've overcome a real challenge. That's what's great about ski camp, and they all seem to do it, and they always surprise themselves. I don't know. Each year I've seen ski camp.
That is what's good about ski camp too, is that there's
Yeah.
different levels.
Yeah.
Oh
There's
yeah,
beginner right up to
you
it.
start
Yeah.
right at the
Everyone on
basics.
same trend,
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
doing it at
Yeah.
your level.
Yeah.
When there's-
Yeah.
So I went away as parent help this year, and so we had a group of kids that were really new to skiing. And you know they do something for a little bit, but they were really good at challenging each other, and then they'll come and have snowball fights or just hang out for a bit. So there's plenty of scope for them to extend themselves and achieve. you know, and so some of the kids like going on the chairlift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, well, that's what, yeah. I was, yeah, did all the right things. I was quite impressed. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so there's some ideas. Anyway, the other part of the community William Pike Challenge is this idea of community service, which is that the kids do this and expect nothing back. It's totally a gift to the community and a voluntary thing. So it's 20 hours per year that they need to tick up, helping others. Here are some of the ideas we came up with so far, like cooking for the Waitati pantry, which we've done before. Stacey made some like saucy thing that she would put in the pantry, so we could do something like that and donate. Visiting rest homes, either to perform something or play some board games or read to people. Beach cleanups. We've got another program that Tara and I have been looking into, Keep New Zealand Beautiful tasks. There's a whole lot of opportunities in there to do things for Dunedin. So basically that part of the program is to develop a project that gives back. So that's something that they'll be working towards over the year. So there's that to keep in mind. And then please think of this as something different to passion projects that we do as a school. This is something that these kids need to do individually, and it needs to be a new skill, something that can be done independently, that they choose. So something that they haven't done before, maybe it's knitting, ceramics, videos, animation, could be a new sport, but it's not something that we are doing. It's something that they might do at home, like learn to knit, and then they'll spend so much time doing it and make something. But what I'll be doing as their facilitator, their year 6 to 8 person, is meeting with them on a Friday and checking in, and we'll go into the hub, we'll be talking about it, but it's up to them to do these things. Like, for example, the slime business that Macy runs. It's something like that they are interested in doing, something that they haven't tried before. Yeah, that sort of thing though, you know, like, yeah. Just so
what could you do, Milo?
Well, yeah, Milo, what would you do?
Can you think of something that you'd love to do and you haven't yet had an opportunity? Apparently, animation was quite popular last year.
Coding was another one.
Coding, yeah. Can be technology.
What was that?
YouTube.
YouTuber?
Create a YouTube channel.
Like my brother.
Yeah, what are you going to YouTube about? Roadblocks.
Have you done that before?
My brother is, but
Not you.
I want to.
Well, that's very cool.
All right, so maybe something like that. Yeah. So how's it going to work? The William Pike Challenge gives our year 6 to 8 program, the added structure and something to work towards. So we've been doing a lot of these things anyway through Waitati, but they have to do so many hours this time, and they're accountable to the program, and it's all streamlined, and they get their certificate, and they have their conversations with William Pike, which I think you missed. He lost his leg in Mount Ruapehu, and now he's set up this challenge for young people in New Zealand. Yeah. Not all booked in. It's called Tahitanga this term, is the idea behind it, and so that's working together, unity and diversity, so getting to know those ideas. And we thought the options for that might be the trip to Bannockburn, Rabbit Island, Scout camps near Dunedin, or Quarantine Island, and we could cycle them over the next 3 years. And this could cover some of the outdoor challenges from William Pike. Do you see what we're trying to do? Yeah. So those are those ideas. We'll come back to this. I'll just take you through it. And then in term 2, for the values-based journey, we're looking into rangatiratanga. So that's what I'll be talking to the kids about. And that's learning for ourselves. So really at this age, as they're getting a bit older, we really want them to want to learn and drive their own learning, not be told to do everything by someone else and then just do it. We actually want them to start developing that.
William Pike talks about 21st century learning skills.
Yeah.
That's how he fits it all in, the things that they're going to need in the future.
Yeah, so we've got things like learning for ourselves, so focus on risk taking. We want them to feel confident enough to do that. Like we saw with Elena, she did do the sailing, didn't she, Paul, in the end? She doesn't like it still, but she did do it. Yeah. And then the other side of it is something called grit, which is guts, resilience, integrity, and tenacity. That's the idea behind it, and doing things that challenge me. So in that leadership role, they're really trying things that don't always come naturally to them. That's the idea. So we've got the Pukutaraki Marae, which we're going to be doing as a whole school anyway, so we pop that in.
Sorry, can I just clarify when is it? It's not.
I think it's term 2, according to my notes.
We know, okay, yeah.
But Tara might have a date booked in on it.
Because it's term 2, but the dates, I just need my brain, like, you know, especially.
I need to look at,
Yeah.
You want to lock it in? Well, I think it's term 2, but
It is the 4th of May.
May, okay, so then you said April.
My fault.
Yeah, that makes more sense because I was thinking that's a really inconvenient time just before the school holidays.
The
So
4th
need
and
to take time off and then have to take time off for the
4th and 5th.
Yeah.
cool. I'll pop the dates on there.
Take it off immediately after the school.
I was just going to say, you know, you're like, no, it's 2 weeks away. Yeah.
All right, so there's that one. And a big part of that, like even like Milo said, is being brave. They have to sleep overnight. I mean, that's a big deal for some kids. And organise themselves. So, and the kids will also need to contribute to like the cooking and the cleaning. So the older kids, we might get them to do the meal prep and all of that side of it as well, and have a big think about it, because that's a lot. Good.
The whole school's going for 2 nights?
I think we'll split them like we did last time. Yeah.
And so within that, the year 6 to 8s can also tick off things like that. That's if we can book it for this during this time. We're still looking into that. Is the day trip with the waka, and that's an outdoor activity because they have to paddle across, and then they plant piko, the beautiful grass along the beach. So that's their community service as well. So do you see how we're trying to tie it in with what we're also doing at school? That's the idea there. And then this term, they're going to start their passion project. So that's their individual project to start, and then check in with me throughout the term for progress and updates. So that's Friday afternoons. I get all the year 6 to 8s, and we talk about this and go through and do all that sort of thing. Then possibly a day tramp, like we were talking about. So that could be Pineapple Track, Kapuka, Jubilee Heart, Silver Peak. I don't know, there's lots of other suggestions. You could be surfing, ice skating, we could try scuba diving or snorkeling. So something like that. And we still need to talk to the kids, and we still need to get everything booked in. But that's the general idea for term 2.
I was just going to say it's going to get cold.
Yeah, that's really unrealistic for kids.
We're thinking snorkeling maybe, not sure.
Yeah, even like.
Okay.
There's
Really cold.
yeah, they need wetsuits. There's Divatago, anyway, Eamon's there at the moment, and they take kids and do stuff with them in a safe, instructory way, I'm presuming.
I'm just thinking about the panic attack my child will have in that situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck, Amon. He'll probably be able to handle it.
I don't know. We don't have to do that. These are ideas. Remember, they're ideas. Don't panic. Don't panic yet.
Summer thing. Because that whole
If
factor
they do it
is real.
in their own
They could do it at Moana Pool
Oh,
and go
okay.
snorkeling
Wow,
if we
yeah.
wanted, and use those kayaks and do that rolly over thing. I mean, it could be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be out yonder in the freezing sea.
I thought that was the whole point. It didn't have to be outdoors.
Well, that one maybe we could do. I don't know. I don't know yet, Abby. We'll work it out. Just a small idea. All right, so this one, okay, number 3, up to term 3. I'm sorry this gets so little, but when you put more words in it, it gets really tiny. So hang on.
Do you want to just put it on full?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
thanks.
Term
Okay, term 3. Another idea. So this is when we want to do the next outdoor camp.
Sounds like we're going to do ski camp.
Sounds like you guys are keen on ski camp. I'm not sure. I just heard actually, and I'm a little confused because I thought some of the kids weren't that keen this year.
He's
Yeah,
not
there's
keen.
some kids who are not keen on ski camp, and they don't really get a look in normally. So I personally thought it's nice to have some options.
Would they be keener on the other outdoor camps, which are also quite active? I mean, that would be my question.
I don't know yet,
Yeah.
Joe. I have to talk to them, but
If
we
they
will
had to choose
be.
between a tramp and a ski camp, whether they would be more keen on something else.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Really? Oh, that's
It's got a
good.
real thing about skiing. You just, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think I look forward to chatting to them about it.
I mean, no
as
matter
well.
no matter what we choose, everyone will have their own challenges. I mean,
Yeah.
but then that's what we want. We want to, and what William Pike was talking about, building resilience. So being exposed to these challenges, but we need to manage them in a way that it's not too much, but just enough, and then they overcome them.
And in a
Yeah.
way, there's a different one every year. You're just picking one only this year, and
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I thought the cycle was quite a nice way of doing it.
But since
Right.
you're here, we'll listen.
We
Yeah,
are listening.
yeah.
Another week plaque for ski camp as an important thing. I've been to a few of your end of year assemblies so far, and pretty much every child is in a leaving speech
Talks about
mentions
ski
ski
camp.
camp.
Well, you know. Yes, they do like ski camp, but remember that's their main camp. So they also
Haven't
enjoyed.
actually had any other experiences.
Yeah,
Oh,
because Stewart
oh,
Island,
fantastic.
Stewart Island has got the most amazing wildlife and incredible things that I think a lot of kids would love, and it's just on our back doorstep. And I know Queenstown School and a lot of other schools pop down there as well. So I think they would equally love
Stewart Island is fantastic.
as well. You know, like and Abel Tasman. I mean, they're gonna get to do so many amazing things. Yeah, it might be too. Yeah, I don't know.
And I'd
That
also
was
think about
one
parents
of.
needing to take, I know it'd be also the take time off to get there, like as in, that's a long way to get there.
Yeah, no, it would be a big commitment.
Good point.
It would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be amazing though. It would be amazing.
I'll be
And we
taking
don't,
it.
I don't
I
know,
can take it
no,
off.
we don't need that many parents. Plenty of us.
Yeah, I'll just put my name on for, just so you know.
Yeah.
We're here, just
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
know.
And that was
You know, just-
another teacher's idea, and I was like, yeah, that would be amazing. I'd love to do that.
As wicked as.
And it's not too hard, and you get to jump on water taxis, and you get to go kayaking. I mean, anyway,
And cycling and.
it's very cool. Term 3, outdoor camp, Stewart Island tramping, or ski camp, or maybe a scout camp. Again, with some, but then we employ people to come in and do those, archery and all that sort of
I'd
thing.
almost, at this point take scout camp off. I'll just go.
Yeah.
Oh good, I was glad you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, that just sounded.
I think the choice is between ski camp or Stewart
Yeah.
Island.
That would be mine.
Yeah, I think so.
So we're talking term 3.
Yeah.
So Stewart Island, I would have thought we would want to do in term 1 the following year. There's all the weather considerations, just anyway.
Oh, you're true.
And then the other options for this bit. So this is Tūranga Waiwai. So developing who you are in the place where you feel belonging and building your character, getting to know who you are, feeling connected to yourself and your place. So that all our kids have a right to stand at Waitati School. So we know that, and then they're also at the moment learning about their ancestry and what Tūranga Waiwai is. And we'll continue that in term 3 and look into it a bit more deeply. But they will be carrying on with their project, maybe doing the cooking again, all that sort of thing, maybe a half-day trip to Doctor's Point, more Keep New Zealand Beautiful tasks. All of these sorts of things can carry on in terms of their community service. And same with their individual project, but it's just choosing a camp for term 3. Okay. We'll do that in a minute because we've got that big piece of paper and we can plan. And then term 4 is manaakitanga. So that's, the idea of hosting others in care and respect. So what we thought we might do is get our year 6 to 8s to work in small groups, and they can do a school lunch for a small group of kids.
That would hopefully count as a community service. We'd have to ask William if that counts, but I think it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, so they'll make school lunches and just show manaakitanga in that way, like learn how to host and take care of people and sit them down and set a table and make it special for them. And then we also have MasterChef in weeks 2 to 8 as part of their program. Then they've also start working on the year 8 speeches, or if they're leaving year 6, thank yous, and we've got the leaving dinner, and it gets really busy. So they'll be finishing off what they started throughout the year in that term.
Oh, we'll have to find out when they have to have it finished by.
Yeah.
I don't know that yet.
Yeah, there's a whole big brochure that I've just been sent that I'm reading through. But So that's basically the idea behind it. The other part of it in terms of money is we need parents to become responsible for fundraising, because teachers have been burnt out, I'm just being honest, going out on the weekends as well as working through the week and organising fundraising. So we can make connections and say, okay guys, and then the kids are able to organise car washes and parents be there, but the teachers won't be standing at the car wash or doing the fundraising this year. Just letting you know. And also in the past we've requested money from the PTA, and they've been amazing at supporting us over the years in different PTAs, but over the years with food, transport, different activities and camps. That's been one of their main supporters is the PTA, which is really cool. And the school also provides $3,000 from the operating grant for this program, and basically we want it to be really successful, challenging, rewarding, inspiring, and well supported by the community. So that's the whole idea.
What's the